All right, we're going to work through Marlin Internet, which is the tutorial for working with tables and columns. So let's get started. All right, here's what our page looks like, and I want this in a new tab. I like to have a little bit more room to work, so I can get rid of this as well. This is what the final page is going to look like. So if we look at what we have and what it's going to look like, let's take a look at this. We have this article, accelerate with no speed traps. So that's this text here. And then we have this text, which is a big paragraph, end article, and a footer. So I'm guessing our table is going to go in here. We will follow the instructions. So that's the preview. We already have the HTML and CSS, blah, blah, blah. We know how to do that. Let's get started. All right. So I'm going to put my name in here. And today is March 19th, 2022. Whatever day it is where you are, that's what day it is here. And we're going to do that also in mitables.css. All right, good enough. Mi pricing, and add the mitables CSS style sheet to the document head. So I'm going to just take this line. I'm just going to copy, paste, and then change mi styles to mitables.css. All right, so we're still in our HTML document directly after the paragraph in the article. So there's the paragraph in the article. Directly after it, insert a table with the ID of pricing. So table ID pricing, and immediately end table like that. So we're going to build our table in here. Right now, we probably don't see anything, but there is a table sitting there. Add a col group to the table containing 2 col elements. All right, so. And again, I like to close tags as soon as I open them. Otherwise, I tend to forget. The first col element should have the ID of first col. So col ID equals first col. And the second col element should belong to the class data cols and span 4 columns. Let's check that then, since we've got to that point. Good. Now, add a T head. So we're going to add T head, and again, as soon as I open it, I close it, containing 2 rows. This indentation's off a little bit. There we go. So I have a T head containing 2 rows, and I put a blank line between the rows just to help us understand what's going on here. In the first row, insert 5 TH elements. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First heading should span 2 rows. In the second row, add 4 headings. So we're only adding 4 because I'm going to just put this here. Don't follow me. This TH is spanned from the first row. Okay, so we still have 4 headers, or 5 headers, sorry. Like up here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But because this is a row span 2, this one overlaps this bit down here. Okay, so that's why we specify 5 here and we only specify 4 here. So it's probably one of the more confusing parts of rows. And look, if I open a new Google Sheet, this is the table that we're building, okay? And I have, this is TH row span 2, and then these are THs. All right, and this is a row span 2, so I'm going to take these 2 elements. Let me make this bigger. So this I'm going to merge together, and then let me center it. Do I have a vertical align? There we go. Okay, so this TH row span 2 is technically in that first row. That's where it starts. And then I have those 4 THs. So that was TH row span 2, 4 THs. And then these 4 are these 4, okay? So I just wanted to visually show you that what's going on there. Okay, so in the first row, 5 THs, we did that. we've skipped this bit though. Containing the text shown in the image in the introduction section. They usually give us a text file to work off of, midata.txt. Okay, they didn't. They gave us some of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image. I'm going to open this in a new tab. Okay, so I just right-clicked on that image from the first step, and I have a new tab here. All right. So now when I go to fill this in, I'm just going to move this off I have it off my screen just so I can see it still. This is going to say select a plan. This is starter, prime, prime plus, and ultra. So those are our plans. Okay, that's shown here. All right, so we include the text. First heading should span 2 rows. We got that. Second row at 4 headings containing the prices as shown in the introduction section. Use a BR to display the price information on 2 separate lines. $19.95 BR per month. $29.95 BR per month. Okay. So I'm just going to put $9.95 BR. Is that per month? All lowercase. All right, so I have 4 of them that right now just say $9.95 per month, and it's really 19, 20, 40, and 60. So 1, 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 4, 6. All right, $19.95 BR per month, $29.95 BR per month, etc. So if I come to my page now, it looks like this. So this is my first row. Okay, goes right there is my first row. This spans 2 rows, and this is my second row. So your page should look kind of like this right now. Add a T-foot row group. So we have T-foot. And T-foot has a TR in it. And that TR is going to have a TH. So this is like the head of the row for summary. And TH. And then we have 4 TDs like this. TD. 1, 2, 3, 4. Containing the description of the summaries. You can copy that from MIData. So if I come over to MIData, here's the summary. So this is the summary for starter, which is the first plan. This is the summary, second plan. So let's just make sure that we're copying the right one. Third is prime. And finally, ultra. All right. Did that. Now add a T-body. Now, I like to put my T-body between the head and the foot. It technically doesn't have to go there, but to me, that makes most sense. And we need a row here in our T-body. And each row is going to have a TH, which will be this bit, download speed, upload speed, cloud storage, email accounts, etc. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have 5 of these rows. And each one of these is going to have 4 TDs. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's make sure we have this right before we copy paste too much. We have a TR and an NTR. We have a TH and TH, and then 4 TD and TDs. And as soon as we have that, I'm going to copy this. And that was the download speed row. We just have to fill that out still. And we need to paste it 1, 2, 3, 4 times for upload, cloud, email, 24/7. 4 times. All right, heck of a lot of code here, and a lot of it's empty. I'm going to be filling in, if I come back to my data, download speed, upload speed. I'm putting this in the first cloud storage. The first cell, which is a TH in every row, is where this is going. We don't need to do support. If you remember, summary. We don't need to do summary because summary was done here in our foot. All right, so now we need to fill this in. And I'm not going to bore you with watching me copy and paste So I'm going to speed through this part of the video. And once we're done with that, we should be able to test this section. So let's get to it. I'll race you. Ready, set, go. Okay, so now your page should look like this, or your code should look like this. Look, we have download speed. These are all the download speeds. This is the download speed for starter. And then we list the download speed for prime, which is 15. All right, then prime plus, then ultra. So our page at this point looks like this. All right, which is the same data. Download speed runs across this way, upload speed goes across this way, cloud storage, etc. Okay, if your page doesn't look like this, you might have, you don't want to take. Let me just take like this whole section here. I'm gonna copy this. Notice how this is all download speed. So a mistake you may have made was put the 3 megabits per second here, and then 512 here, and 2 here, and then 2 accounts here. All right, and then this 24/7 support. I don't know, maybe just threw that away or something. So don't do that, right? In this row, these are all the download speeds data. This is all the upload speed data, and we're building this table. So hopefully we have that. Let's check it out. Okay, we're good. We can move on. And now we need to take this table that we have, which looks like this, all the right data, and we need to make it look like this. So we're going to be working in the style sheet here. Add a style rule for the table element. Okay, the table sets the background color to a linear gradient. So a common mistake that I've been seeing is when you read sets the background color, you're actually typing out background color. But for gradients, it's just background. Okay. And we want a linear gradient that goes to the bottom of the table. So there's going to be the direction is going to be 180 degrees, starting at RGB value 190, 215, 255, and going to black. And adds a 5-pixel solid gray border. So border is 5 pixels solid gray. All right, and every step of the way, I want to come back here, refresh, and make sure it's looking good. So I have the border, and I have my gradient going from that bluish color down to black, which is the same as this, right? Bluish down to black, and it's got that pixel or that border on it. For every TH and TD element in the table, well, we know they're in the table. I don't need to specify that they're descendants. I don't think so, at least. It's a 3-pixel solid gray border. So another border, 3-pixel solid gray. Sets the line height to 1.4 em and sets the padding space to 8 pixels. And I forgot to check, when do we verify this stuff? Table layout, table elements. Just a table layout. Okay, let's see what happens here. This might fail. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It failed because it doesn't look the same. All right, this is what mine looks like now. And this is what they expected it to look like because I have these TH and TD rules here. So look, I'm just going to take these rules. I'm going to put comments around them. So now it's not listening to those rules, right? And then if I come back up here, We passed. And now I could put those rules back in and try the table elements check. Oh, and that failed. Did I skip something? Let's look. Oh yeah, I skipped a lot. Okay, so we just did this first section here of the table elements. Now, for every TH, background color should be black. The font color, so don't get confused here. Let's spell color right. We don't write font color, we just write color. And the font weight to normal. The browser default for THs is to bold the text. We want it to be normal. All right, let's take a look at, so these are all my TDs, and these, right, this first column's all TD, and this is, I'm sorry, TH. These are THs, this is all THs, this is a TH, so those should all be black background with that blue text. There we go, and it's no longer bolded, and we have those borders put on everything now. All right, and then finally, every TD, the font color is going to be white. Font size is 0.9 em, and it aligns the text to the top of the cell. So we want vertical align top. Come back here, take a look at it. So vertically aligns to the top. It's white text. Looks a lot like that preview here. Oh, there's the preview in like real size. So we should be able to flip back and forth, and it's pretty close. All right, obviously there's a bit more we have to do, but let's take a look at table elements and see if we can validate that. Excellent. Let's move on to table column styles then. Go to the column styles section, create a style sheet for the col elements with the ID of first col that sets the width to 24%. And then all cols that have the class of data cols, the width is 19%. And if you remember, there are 4 data cols and then just that one first col. So if I say 19 times 4 is 76 plus 24 is 100. So 4 of these 19s plus 124 is going to give us 100% width. All right, so it's going to make all our columns nice and even, and it gives us this first column's a little bit wider. So now it's looking really good. Let's validate this before we work on the table header section. Good job, almost done. Table header, I tried to scroll, but can't. Let me just give some more room here so we're not working on the bottom of the video. All right, create a style for the, looking at this section here. Create a style for the table header row group, including every row within that row group that sets the height to 60 pixels. So I'm going to do thead tr height is 60 pixels. And then for the first th element in the first row of the table header, create a style rule that sets its size to 2em. Use the first of type pseudo class to select the first row and the first cell. Okay, so thead tr first of type th first of type. So we're choosing the first th in the first tr of the head. And we're going to set its font size to 2em. And then for th elements in the first row of the header group that are not the first heading cell, create a style rule that sets the background color to transparent and the font to black. So it's pretty similar to this selector. So let's start with this selector. I'm going to copy that, paste it. So th elements in the first row of the header group that are not the first cell. So this is the first cell. We want the ones that are not first of type. So it's 2 pseudo selectors. It's not, so it's going to be th colon not, and then in parentheses, colon, first of type. Okay, this is going to select all of the other THs in the first row. So this right here, we're going to set the background color to transparent and the font color. So my row should be 60 pixels tall. The first cell the font should be twice as big, and then the top row, except the first cell, should have a transparent background and black text. So here we go. This is let's start with these. These are 60 pixels tall, these rows. This font size is double. And these THs, the font or the background color went to transparent. If you recall though, so it's transparent. Transparent to what? Well, if we look up here, we said the TH's background color is black. So we made this transparent. So it fell back to whatever's below it. And below it, the background is that linear gradient. All right, so that's why it's this pink or this blue color, bluish gray. So it's going to fall down like that. There's the preview. And there's our page. And if I flip back and forth, looks pretty good. All right. So I think we have the header styles correct. Let's validate that. Good work. All right, and let's complete a final test. So there's a couple things I want to do. I'll run this final test, but I want to pull up a couple different pages. First thing I want to do is pull up a HTML validator. All right, I'm looking for the W3D validation markup service. Okay, and I'm going to validate by direct input. This means I can paste code in here. And what am I going to paste in here? I'm going to paste my HTML in here. All right, so I'm going to select all, copy, come back here, paste, tell it to check. Okay, and we're good. It's saying add a language attribute to the HTML starter tag. It's a warning. There's no errors. Okay, but if I had if I had this TH and I closed it with a TD and I went to check it, here we go. It actually gives us an error. All right, line 70, there's an error, and I come down here and it shows me where the error is. All right, so make sure you validate your HTML and you're not getting any errors. Warnings are okay, especially this warning because this is something that they gave us. But make sure errors are fixed. If we want to fix this warning, we can by adding the lang attribute to our HTML tag. The lang equals en. Now if I take all this, copy, I paste and check it again, no errors or warnings to show. All right, that's great. And we can do the same thing with our CSS. So in this case, we're going to search for Jigsaw CSS Validator. So you should be at jigsaw.w3.org/CSS Validator. Same thing, direct input. And this is where we take our CSS, select all, copy, paste it in there. And congratulations, no errors found with the CSS. Now the CSS one's a little different in that I've seen this error before. Someone just spells degree wrong. They put in DEC instead of DEG. All right. When you go to check it, it just tells you, okay, there's an error on line 18. You have to go back to this code, find line 18, and then that's where you would fix it. And then you select all, come back here, but there's nowhere to paste it. You have to hit back and then paste it again. All right. So while we're checking that, the final test came back great. All of our checks passed, and we can submit Marlin Internet. Great job.